Yeah, yes, sir. You can see your screen.
All right. Okay. I believe you are all familiar with me already, so no need to introduce myself again. I want to keep tabs on everything happening in the class. Let me keep this here, so I know how many people are here with me in real time. Okay, so last week you guys started working on Miro board on how to generate ideas fast, how to flesh out your ideas, how to better understand the problem statement, which is actually quite good. But before I jump into today's topic, I'll be building on I'll continue from where she stopped. I took my time earlier while I was free for some minutes today to see all your personas that you guys have dropped. They are looking interesting so far, but I'm leaving that till Friday. I think deadline for the submission is still Friday, so I would not talk about that for now. I will just leave that for now, and we would do what we need to do here. So you get to understand the problem statement. You get to talk about the 5 W's and H, the who, the what, the where, the when, the why, and how. So who has the problem? What are the pain points? Where is the user when they are trying to use the product, or where is their ideal spot, or which location are they? When does this problem occur, and why is the problem so important? So looking at Mr. Sam here, we realized that Sam has an health condition, which is an allergy, and he needs to screen the kind of food he consumes, else it triggers his allergic reaction, and that can land him in the hospital, which is not ideal if it continues to repeat itself over a period of time. So nice job fleshing out everything and creating a better and clearer problem statement. But I believe that today we'll be doing another activity in class today. We'll be carrying out a different activity in class today, because I want us to not only look at the problem statement, but I want us to conduct a quick research amongst ourselves. And while conducting that research, we are also learning how to do user research. Are you still with me? Quick feedback in the comment section would be appreciated. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me see. All right. So we'll be conducting user research, and I'm sure that after we conduct this user research in class, how many are we right now? We are 25. Let's say, excluding myself, we are 24 in the class. Nice. So we should be able to get 24 respondents we will create a quick survey now. We will do this together, as I've said. We will create a quick survey now, and we would use that. We will all fill out the survey form. Then use the data from that survey to better understand the problem we are trying to solve, to better understand the ideal user, or to better understand our ideal user. Right now, we know something about Sam, but now we need to have more control audience. We need to have more people who are going through the same kind of problems Sam is experiencing. That way, it will help us better understand. What am I trying to do here? We are trying to jump into what we call design thinking. So for us to, it was mentioned slightly in the last class. Before you can understand your user, you first need to empathize with them. Or before you can solve a user's problem, you need to understand the user. And how do you understand the user? You understand the user by empathizing with the user, by conducting a research, or by conducting an interview with the user. But for now, we would not be conducting a live interview. We would be creating a survey question, a questionnaire. We'll be creating the questionnaire. I'll drop the link to the questionnaire. We will all fill out the questionnaire. Then we will use that result. We'll pull out the results from the questionnaire again and bring it back into our Miro board. Are you on board with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice one. So let me move out of all the frames that you guys have created. Let me move. On Friday, we'll discuss all of your personas. But for now, I want us to generate questions for our questionnaire. So I need to just generate about 8 questions that we would be using. Sorry about that. My network just. Sorry about that. I'm back. My network just reset for a minute. Where was I? Okay, sorry, I had to switch to a much more stable network. So I believe we should enjoy the rest of the class. I'll switch to a much more stable network. Is this the screen I was sharing before? Yes, okay. Back to the Miro board screen. Can we all see my screen? Let me pull out the participant.
Yes, sir.
To be on the right, the chat room to be just directly under it. Yeah. Okay. So I said we're going to generate questions that we would use to populate the questionnaire. Sorry, I'm not a big fan of Miro, but okay, let's make this massive. Questions, nice, bold. So we'll start generating questions that we would use as our survey question. So let's start by, let's use, let me bullet it. 1, 2, 3. So we just want to know the name of the respondents. The name, so we can ask for first and last. Let's do bold. Better. This is going to be a collaborative class, so I need you guys to contribute to everything. We want to create a questionnaire. We want to get to know, to find out if we have more people out there who are having the same problem with Mr. Sam. And we want to get to know, so this questionnaire is will be sent out to everyone, and we need to ask the question in a way that it will not be intrusive and in a way that they will answer honestly. I don't know if that makes sense. So that is how we are setting up this questionnaire. So first of all, we get their name and contribution house. We need the contribution. We have all heard about Mr. Sam. We've all brainstormed about Mr. Sam. So now we want to find out other Mr. Sams out there, other people who are interested in using this app, who are having medical conditions, be it allergies, be it a medical condition that would not allow them eat a certain type of meal. If you have any suggestion for the questionnaire, just drop it in the chat room. I am monitoring the chat room from my hand here. So the first thing is to get to know the person's name, and looking at our 5 Ws and 1 H, we need to figure out the respondent pain point also. That is what would let us know if they are in the same category as Sam. Thank you very much, Zainab. That is a brilliant one. Zainab just shared a question saying, have you ever used an online food ordering app before? We need to get to know, okay, is this person familiar with the process of ordering food from an online vendor? So that goes. That is an acceptable question. I also have another question from Ellen here. The class is on YouTube already. As I said earlier when I joined this call, I was not in your Friday class. I only joined in the beginning. I reviewed your Friday class this morning on YouTube. So the class is on YouTube. You can you get access to the Miro board? The link to the Miro board should be in your Slack channel, but for easy access, I will copy this link now and paste here. It's still the same Miro board that you used last week. It's not a new Miro board. We are building on the last one. Okay, back to our questionnaire, please. If yes, would you please kindly share your experience with us? Okay. How frequently do you use food delivery apps to order meals, especially during work hours? This is a nice one also. Let's copy this. Let's copy this and paste. The follow-up question that Zainab shared it says, if yes, could you please kindly, okay, this will be a short answer question. This will be a short answer question. Okay, we have 4 questions now. I have more people on this call than Gladys and Zainab. Come on. Do you have any food restriction? And if yes, okay, nice one. Do you have any food restrictions? If yes, is your preferred choice easily accessible to you? Nice one, nice one, nice one, nice one. Do you have any food restriction that is, this would help us know if this person is lactose intolerant and cannot consume some kind of food. And the follow-up question also say, I have to split this into two. Do you have any food restriction? That is question one. Any food restriction is that, or medical conditions? Do you have any food restrictions? Maybe into bracket allergies. Okay, who is that? Who is unmuted? Roots. Let me mute you. So I have to open.
Which bottle?
Oh, I've lost my co-hosting rights when I went offline. Can the current host please make me a co-host so I can mute anybody who is unmuted on call so they do not distract the call. That's why I have this menu opened up. I just noticed that I've lost the rights of the co-host. Okay. Do we have more questions? Where's my chat box? Where's my chat box? Where's my chat box? What are the biggest challenges you face when trying to find allergy-safe meal option on food delivery apps? Okay. Let's add this. Just trying to make. I believe you cannot see my screen. Please, if you can't see my screen, let me know. Okay, question 7. Do you have specific meal times? Nice. Yeah, there are people who are on meal schedules. That is, they have meal time that there's a certain time that they need to eat, and if they do not eat at that time, there's fire on the mountain. Yeah, I will be adding that. I'll be adding that. That's something that we need to know also. Okay, 8 questions, 8 questions. Can we get 2 more? Can we get 2 more questions? Anybody? No volunteer for 2 more questions. Here are the questions that we have. Let me read them out to everyone. Or we cannot see my screen, right? So no need for me to read out the questions again, since we are all connected in real time and we cannot see the screens. So we have 8 questions. Only one of the questions is talking about the demographic data. I think we can do more. Let's add one more question to get to know our user better. Now we know their name. Maybe can we get to know where they are always ordering from? Is there a question like that? I think someone gave a question like that. Okay, how frequently do you use food order during work? Okay, that was just talking about time of ordering, but not location. We don't have any question on locations for now. So are we adding one? Let's add one on location. Okay, I'm just trying to scan through all the questions that we have. What are the biggest challenges you face? Allergy save meals. Do you have any food restriction allergies? If yes, preferred. Okay. Oh, we have more questions. Let me see. Age. Yes, age to narrow down. Okay. Would you be more inclined to use a food delivery app that provides user reviews and ratings specifically for individuals with similar food allergies? Okay. What features would you like to be improved in food ordering apps? Okay, get to know the age of their delivery address. Nah, delivery address, not delivery address for now. Have you considered to see a doctor considering your condition? If yes, when and how? Now, this will be much more this question will be much more relevant if we are working on a medical app, like an app to monitor the health. But no, what about delivery? How is it going to be? Okay, maybe we need to know landmark for easy access. Yes. So what we're just going to do is we will combine two questions in one. So age and location of use. That will be question 2. And one more question from the pile here. I'll be picking one more question from the pile here. I saw a question just now and I saw a question. What features would you like to improve on? Okay, I'm combining this question and this question together. How much they spend on food? Now, let's not dive into how much they spend on food for now. Let's just use this. Let's use this. Would you be more inclined to use a food delivery app that provides user review? Yes, this is actually a good one. This is a good one. So this will be our question 10. So we have 10 questions. Now we'll be using Google Forms for our data collection. We'll be using Google Forms for the data collection. So we would move all of this. We'll move all of this and create a survey form on Google Forms. So forms.google.com. Still use that recently, so it's meant to be available. Creating a survey form is actually quite easy. There is nothing much to be. Wow. Okay, let me switch my account. My storage is currently full, and let me just use this account that is here, and I have not renewed my plan, so I'll be using a different account to quickly create this. Okay, we will use this as follow-up question. I just saw a question in the chat room again that actually makes sense. So what's the title of our form? Our form is titled, let's just start with allergy. Okay, food allergy. Come on. Food allergy app. Let's leave all this for now. I need to be very fast because time is ticking pretty fast. So the first question is name, right? I need someone reading the questions to me. I did not split my screen, so I'm stuck on this screen, and I want to just do that in real time. So any volunteers read out the question. Okay, short answer. For name,
first question, name.
Short answer, yes. Okay, I've gotten that out. Name is required. Let's set it as required. Let's add a simple description so that they will know what to give. First and last name. That's all we need. So
the second one is age and location of use.
Okay, second says age and location of use. So for the description of this, what has happened? I added a new section. Oh crap, sorry about that. I made a mistake there. Nah, delete this. It's not what I wanted to add initially, delete section. I wanted to duplicate this here. Add a new form field. Good. Age and location of use. Description. Age, add age range. And states. That should work. Age range and state required form also. Next question, please.
Have you ever used an online food ordering app before?
Have you ever used an online food ordering app before? Let's add all of this. Yes, no, maybe. Multiple choice. Let's make this multiple choice. Next. You made me okay. If yes,
Would you
so
please kindly share your experience with us?
you've made me switch. Well, I did not hear the question on time, so
Oh, I'm sorry for that, sir.
no problem. Okay, can I just minimize this? Better. If yes, have you actually experienced it? Long answer. Okay, like a paragraph is enough. Okay. Next question now, please.
How frequently do you use food delivery apps to order meals? How frequently do you use food delivery apps to order meals, especially during your work hours?
Oh, sorry about the typo. Trying to catch up with you. Okay, especially during work hours.
Yes, sir.
Let's fix this. So how frequently do you use? Can we have, let's have multiple choice here so that we'll just put a range. We'll put range 1 to 3 times weekly. Four to 5 times weekly. 1 to 3 times weekly, 4 to 5 times weekly. This says daily. Let us leave it at this. Okay. Oh, compose. The question says all these questions are required. We need to know. I did not say that they are selected it. Next question, please.
All right, sir. Do you have any food restrictions or allergies or medical conditions? Do you have any food restrictions or medical conditions?
That just popped into my head, so I added it. That requires you eating special meals. Paragraph required. Next.
If yes, is your preferred choice easily accessible to you?
Oh, thought I pressed. Okay. Let's add all these options. Next. Oh, no. That will not work for this. Multiple choice will not work for this. If yes, is a written option easily accessible to you. Okay, that can be yes also. That can be yes also. But I want to let's make it a short answer. I want to know better. Okay, next question.
What are the biggest challenges you face when trying to find allergy-safe meal? What are the biggest challenges you face
While trying
when
to
trying to
find
find allergy-safe meal options on food delivery apps?
what are the biggest challenges you face? There's not to you there. You face while trying to find allergy. Okay, next.
Do you have any specific meal times?
Can you repeat that, please?
Do you have any specific meal times? Times are not types.
Oh, okay.
So it's times now, not kinds. Times like
Oh, time.
Yes,
Specific. Okay. Like a meal schedule. Is that all?
We have one last question, sir.
Shoot.
Would you be more inclined to use food delivery app? Would you be more inclined to use a food delivery app that provides user reviews and ratings, specifically from individuals with similar food allergies? Similar food allergies. Why or why not?
That's paragraph. Okay. We have our questionnaire ready to roll. So I'll be sharing the link now. Where is it? Link. Shorten URL, please. Copy. So I'm dropping the link in the chat box now. I need every one of us to quickly fill out these 10 questions within the next 5 minutes so that we can work on them. I'm expecting the response right now. Let's all fill out the questions now. Okay, while we are all doing that, let me I can see that we have more we are more than we were when the class started. So we are conducting a quick research to better understand the user. right now we have a problem statement of one ideal user, which is Sam, based on what we have on our mirror board. That's what we have. But now we want to make a quick research to know if we have more people who are having the same condition like Sam, who are finding it difficult to get allergy-free foods, who are finding it difficult to get foods that work with their health condition, who are having issues getting the right kind of food. So we created a quick questionnaire, which I've shared the link now. Everybody fill it out so that we can now use the response there to better understand the general user. Oh, let me also fill out one of the form also. Let's see if I can be faster than you guys, because I was expecting that someone would have filled out one of it already. So I'm filling out mine, my name, first and last name. Age range and state. I'm in my 30s and I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. I said only state. Let me stick to. Have you ever used food? Yes, I've used it. If yes, could you please kindly share your experience? One to three times, please, not daily. Do you have any food restriction or allergies? Yeah, I'm lactose intolerant. Means I'm not afraid of milk. Oh, this should just be read. Yes. Okay, this should just be yes. Cut. Yes. And this. Oh, if yes, preferred choice. I prefer no. Sorry. I'm not reading the question, but I'm trying to be too fast. Like, let me calm down. What are the biggest challenges you face while trying to find allergy safe meals? Getting to know the spice and ingredients used for the meal. You have a specific meal time schedule? Nope. Will be more inclined to use a food delivery app that provides a meal? Yes, 100%. Submit. I should have more response this time around now. 14 response. Now you guys are on fire. Now let's go. Ozana, this is a nice question also. What you just shared in the chat room now is actually a nice question also. So we can use this as follow-up interview questions. Most of the time, after conducting after sending out a survey question or a questionnaire like this, we also used to finally understand more of our user, that we would now have follow-up questions to ask the user, like something that you have here now. Okay, 18 of us, we were 31 in the class when I started this. I'm expecting at least 10 more people to complete their own. And I'm among, okay, I've submitted mine. Where's my name? All right, I found myself. So I need 10 more people to complete theirs. So as you can see, we have everybody's age range. Okay. So it shows that everyone who use food delivery app are mostly youths. There is no 50 plus here. Have you ever used an online food delivery? 90% of us have used an online food ordering app before. Nice one. If yes, okay, let me just wait for others. 20. Before we review all these response, I'm just reading through for now. Okay, it was great. It was unreliable. It was very simple and straightforward. It's always been overall good. Good. Was exactly as expected. It was worth the hype. Okay. There was a good customer service. The only problem was they mixed my order. That happens a lot. I've been used to Uber Eats and it's been a good, nice. Difficult to find allergy-free food. Some were good, some were so, yeah. I've had that issue before. I'm still expecting a meal I ordered in 2020. And this 2024, the meal is yet to arrive. And I ordered, I paid, and I still can't forget my meal. So yeah, I understand the slow to deliver part. Bad customer service, bad timing, great service, it was smooth, blah, 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 blah. Okay, someone will know, okay, I guess this is not available is the person that have not used food delivery app before. 9 more people to fill out. I'm still waiting. We are still 30 on this call and we have 21 response. Let's go, let's go. We are all here. Okay, most of us, 81% used it 1 to 3 times weekly. Where was I? 13%, 4 to 5 times, and about 1% of us, or 4.5% of us, excuse me, daily. Okay, this is nice. Now, do you have any food restrictions, any allergy, any condition, blah, 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 that require special meal? Okay, yes, no, I don't take allergic foods, e.g. beans. Okay, yeah, some of us, okay. Most people are fine. Some have gluten. Some of us are lactose intolerant, so we are plenty. Okay. Pepper. Okay. Spicy food. That's an allergy also. Is your preferred choice easily available? Not all the time. No, new. I have no idea because I've never used it. Okay. I haven't encountered such problem. Okay. Carbohydrate-free food. That is a special one there. Okay. What are the highest challenges you face while trying to use 23? Where are the remaining 7 people that are supposed to fill? Are we having any challenge with the form, with the Google form? If there's any challenge, please let me know. Because I expect that it's not going to take us all 5 minutes to complete and we'll be back here. What are the biggest challenge you face while trying to find allergy-safe food? Okay. None. Okay. Options are limited. I need to constantly call and ask them if they use crayfish or other. Okay. Being able to see the ingredients. Yeah, I don't have allergies. Okay. There are not many restaurants that provide allergy-free food. The food vendor. Do you have specific meal time schedule? No, yes, not really. No, I don't. No, I don't. Yes, 6 to 8 p.m. Breakfast 10 to 11 a.m. Okay. Would you be more inclined to use food delivery app that has ratings, blah, blah, blah? Yes, it will be a nice experience. Definitely, I would love to. Yes, not available. No. I guess we are stuck on 23. Oh, finally, someone joined 24. Okay, we are still 29 on this call, and I'm sure that we are still 30 plus on this call, so we can still hit the 30 mark of this. All right, what can you say? I need people to start raising their hands now. We've all viewed this response together. Are we all back first? Okay, let me know if we are all on my screen and if we are all viewing this response together. I would scroll through all the response again and make sure that we all can see the response. Yes, okay. I have people that are with me, that are following me. All right. I want to scroll through all this response so that we can now discuss on what we have learned so far from the response we've gathered from our research. Are we on board with that?
Yes,
I would like
sir.
just to go to let's also add everybody as collaborators so that you can see this, but that would take us more time. Entering everybody's email one after the other. I'm not on board for that right now. So 25 response. I think I'm cool with that. So now let's all go through everything one after the other. We can see that we are all diverse audience. Right now, we have diverse audience, we have diverse response. We have this person from Uiux State, Nigeria, from Nairobi, Kenya, from Uiux State, Nigeria, from Enugu State, Nigeria, from Accra, Ghana, from Kaduna State, Nigeria, Nairobi, Kenya, again, Lagos State, Accra, Uiux State. I'm not familiar with this location. Dar es Salaam. I'm not familiar with that location. That's quite weird. I pride myself at knowing places. Nairobi, Kenya, Lagos, Nigeria, Lagos, Ghana, Lagos, Uiux State, Nairobi, Kenya, Rivers State, Nigeria. This person forgot to add their location. No problem. I'm not cross at you. But the next one, it shows that 92% of all of our 25 respondents have used food ordering app before. That is 23 out of 25 have used the app before. This shows that the app is actually valid. Oh, okay, that's in Tanzania. Thank you. I've learned something new today. Thanks. Gracious. Okay, let's move on. Now, we have 23 out of 25 that have used food ordering app before, that are familiar with food ordering app. Okay, so now let's see, most people have good experience. As you can see, we have, it was great, being good, exactly as experience. Like most people have had good experience so far, but some have had some sour experience that are not actually cool. This person here says partially good, which is not a good experience. Partially good is not actually a good experience. It's just manageable. Convenient and time saving. That's one of the key selling points of a food ordering app. Smooth, great service, bad customer service. This person has a terrible experience. Okay. Now we have another pie chart here. Here we are trying to figure out how many times most people order. It shows that most people do not order daily. Only one person is quite consistent that use the food ordering app Monday to Friday. Most people actually use it between 1 to 3 times in a week. That means maybe days whereby you do not pack your lunch are the days when you place orders. Days whereby you do not have something to eat, or just days whereby it's not always every day. 3 out of 5 days or 2 out of 5 days. So most people fall in that category. Do you have any food restriction, allergies, medical condition? Here we can see that out of the 23 respondents, we have, this person says none, 1. Oh, but no, that means yes. If you don't like spicy, okay, you don't like spicy food. It is not that you're allergic to it. Okay. I take your no. I don't eat much pepper. That's still not. 2, I don't. Okay, 3, 4. So we have only 4 out of our 25 respondents. Only 4 people are allergy free. That means that this is actually a viable product if it is available for you to know to use such service. Okay, if yes, is your preferred choice easily accessible? Let's see. No, not really. Most people do not have their preferred choice easily accessible because most services, that service is not currently available. Okay, we have yes, 6 count, yes, 1 count, that's 7. Not really, no, not all the time. Nope. But we have more no's than yes. The no's have it. That means we have about 7 yes and 18 no. So the service is largely not available and not accessible to everybody. What's the next one? The biggest challenge you face while trying to find a safe meal. Okay. We have not seen food delivery. The options are limited. I need to constantly call and ask. That is quite stressful. No options for this. There is little or no options for this. Being able to see ingredients. I don't have allergies. Okay. There are no many restaurants. Okay. Incomplete ingredients information. Yes, most people would. Most vendors do that. Any specific meal time schedule. Most people do not have specific meal time schedule, but it shows that that shows us that most people just eat when they feel the hunger pang or when they are hungry or when they are on break. Would you be more inclined to use such service that has more yes, like the yes is overwhelming? So now that we have seen this, can we have a quick discussion? If you have something to say, if you have something to share, if you have something to add, I would love to see your hands up. Let me put this up. Come on, I'm expecting that we have something to share. We all have something to add to what we have seen. We now better understand. We've completed the first stage of design thinking. We now have a better understanding of what people are going through. That is, reading through their response, we now understand that we have more people out there who are having the same problem, who are encountering the same problem, and who are looking for solutions for the same problem. That is, most people would prefer to know the ingredients available in food before they place that order. They would prefer to be able to create their own menu. Now, I'm branching out totally now with that line, with what I just said now. Most people prefer to create their own menu and talk about what they want. Most lactose intolerant would prefer to have a baker who would make a cake for them and not use dairy milk. Instead, such person will use nut milks. So these are better understanding that we now have. People don't like spicy food, so a vendor can start serving meals that have 0 spice or 0 Scotch bonnet pepper in them, that contains 0 spicy pepper, and that would serve a certain category of food of those who need the food service. So anybody have anything, like, do you notice anything in everything I just read out? Come on. This is supposed to be a collaborative class. Okay, one message. If you want to contribute also, please raise your hand. I would call you out to open mute your mic. Okay, Gloria says, from the response, we see that the product is viable. Yes, thank you. And there's actually a problem, that there's a gap, that a solution can be discussed. Nice one, Gloria. You are on point on that. Come on, more people should contribute to this before I move on. Let's go. I need 1 or 2 more people to discuss this. Because we are still going to create a wireframe on this. We would quickly generate ideas based on what we have discussed here. So I need you guys to talk to me, please. Raise your hand if you want to use the mic. Use the chat room if you are shy like me. So now that we have empathized with our audience and we have better understanding into their needs, so we can now we have defined the problem. My co-facilitator did a very good job helping you guys define the problem. Like, you guys were able to refine the problem statement and you're able to define the problem. And now, based on our user insight also, I believe we can better define the problem statement more now. That will now lead us to generating ideas to solve the problem. So that's why I'm waiting for you guys to talk to me. Come on. Oh, one hand is up. Gladys, free to speak. Gladys,
I was saying, can we say that for the ones who have not used the app, there is now a way for them to use an app that will actually help them?
Can you repeat that, Gladys? I did not get everything you just said.
Okay, I was saying, for the users who have not ever used the app, who have never used a food app,
Yeah.
can we say that this is now a solution that is going to be help them, as they can now find a way to get a solution to that?
Okay, yes. Now, for those who have never used a food app before or a food ordering app before, there is probably a different underlying issue why they've not used it. It's either because they don't like ordering food or they don't like eating out. I know I have a friend like that who will never eat out for God knows why. I don't know why she would do that, but she never eats out. She prefer home cooked meals and she prefer making her meals by herself. So that might just be the underlying issue. Even if we have the best app out there for anyone to use that solves every problem, they still will not use it. So for those who have not used the app before, we need to know the underlying problem or the underlying reason why they have not used it before we can now solve their problem. Their problem is a different one. Let's focus on what we are trying to solve here, which is those with allergies and medical conditions. So Zainab says, from the response, it is clear that the product needs to be improved. Yes, that is, the initial products that we have out there needs to be improved. That we need to have we need to have vendors who are listing out ingredients and who are listing out what they have in their meals. Many people affected are young and thus more market for the app. Yes, nice one. Marion Jelagat. I don't know if I pronounce your name well, but Marion, yes, that's a nice one. Like, Marion just hit the nail on the head. We can see that the young are the mostly affected. I mentioned that while I was scrolling through the age and the location. I mentioned that then that mostly youth, everybody under 40 are those who are basically affected by this. And that means that there is a market for the app. That means that we can brand this app and push it to the right audience. Okay, now we understand them now. Can we now start generating ideas on possible, can we start ideating our ideas on how we will solve this problem? And this should also help you with your what did you guys generate initially? Your persona. I can see your personas that you have all created out there. This can also help you know better. Let me just scroll. I'm trying to see. Let me look at one persona here. Sorry, I'm going to use this person as an example. Oh, the person does not mind. My screen is still blurred. That must be my network. That must be my network, because I'm sure this is not how the design looks like. Let me leave that. Let's look at someone else's persona. Okay, this is from Gladys. Gladys, sorry, I'm going to be using your persona to update the class on this. Okay, now you can better even upgrade your persona. Now we have an age range that you can fit in. You have all of these sets. Now, what are the goals of this of the user, of our ideal user? The goal of our ideal user is to ensure the meal is free of allergies, or to ensure that the meal meets up with their medical, the meal is in alignment with their medical condition, and they can get the meal quickly. Now, we know that there are some people who have the medical condition of ulcer, and an ulcer patient who ordered for a meal need that meal to get to him or her in time, so that before it triggers the ulcer attack. I don't have ulcer, so I don't really know how that works. Now, frustration is many food delivery apps lack comprehensive ingredient lists, making it difficult to, yes, we have that as frustration. We can get more frustrations also from what we have here. Wait, let me see. We can get more, you can get more frustration options here. Incomplete ingredients. There might be some ingredient that you did not want to be added. That's something that you are allergic to. Whatever I ask for a dairy-free option, some restaurants. So these are the frustrations. These are the frustrations that you can use to fill out your personas. Maybe I will take. Should I just take? No, I can't take screenshots of these. But you can actually have access to all of these when the video for the class is uploaded. It's all going to be available. This screen is being shared, so you will have access to see it. But this will also better help you create a better user persona, and it will you will now better understand your user. We now better understand our ideal user. We know who our ideal user is. We know what our ideal user wants. We know what is currently frustrating our ideal user. Then we can generate ideas to solve that problem. That's what we'll be doing fully in the next class. We'll be generating real life ideas on how to solve the problem, and we will wireframe them in real time. What is wireframe? Do anybody have idea of what wireframing is? If anybody have the idea, can you just raise your hand and tell me, or can you type it in the chat section? Before I talk about it, I want to know if you have any idea, if you read ahead of the class, because I believe the class, this thing was shared. Is Jen trying to contribute? Jen, I yield the mic to you. After Jen, Gladys can have it.
Wireframe is more or less like a skeletal view of the actual lab. So where you put various things on the phone. So you're just having like an initial sketch, but this time on a laptop or on a digital device. Whereas you can even use a pen on a paper to sketch rough ideas on how the app would look like. That's basically my understanding of what wireframe is.
Great one, nice one, Jen. That's a nice one. Yes, you are right. You are right. But let's hear from others. Gladys, you have the mic.
Okay, to add on to what she has said, I understand a wireframe is like a layout content, and it shows like what the user needs and how the user will use the app, but it's used in the early development process to show the basic structure before we put the content and the visual design.
That's also correct. That's also a nice point to buttress what Jen said earlier. Zainab, you can also add yours. the mic is yours.
All right. So wireframes are quick, static, and non-interactive design assets that are actually helpful while collaborating with other people on a particular project. Like we try to have a rough sketch of the ideas and pen it down.
Nice. Everyone that contributed, big ups to you guys. Good job. You guys actually, you were all right. I wish I could find this thing here so I can share thumbs up emojis and all, but I can't find them, or I can't find it on Zoom here. So I would have loved to give you guys your flowers if I can get flowers also. Thank you. I like it when you guys contribute and you make the class much more interesting. Olowolagba also wrote in the comment and in the chat room that wireframe is more like a flow chart where you can impute what you want the product to look like. You are all correct. Wireframe is just you putting out the ideas in your head without having to think about the design, without having to bother yourself on how the design would look like when it is ready. It helps you quickly generate ideas. It helps you quickly flesh out the screen type, how the user will move through the flow of the app in real time. That is what wireframe is. That is what we use wireframe for. And that's what we'll be doing in the next class. We'll start generating ideas of how the app will look like, from the login screen to the home screen, to you selecting vendors to order food from, maybe having a categories for what you want, a search button. All of these will generate them quickly in real time so that we can have an idea of what our app will look like. Now, one of the key things that happens in wireframe is that wireframe is, we devoid, most of the time, we devoid wireframe of colors. In fact, I enjoy doing wireframe as a sketch on paper. Like I just pick up my pen, plain sheet of paper, a drawing pad, or a board, and I start wireframing. I start putting out the ideas as I am getting them in real time. So there are no colors, there are no design. You are literally not actually creating a design. You are not concerned about the colors to use, the kind of font to use. In fact, most times we don't even write anything in wireframe. I sometimes create wireframe using just rectangles, like rectangles only. That's what I would use from start to finish. Where text will be represented, I would use a rectangle to represent, to put in there as placeholder for my text. That is how wireframe comes about. It's just you quickly generating all the ideas, and it also serves as a guideline when you are now creating your design. That is, when you are creating the design of the product that you have wireframed, it makes it easier. It makes the process smoother, if that's a word. It makes the process much more easy, and you generate those ideas faster. So that is what wireframe is. Actually, in the next class, that's what I will start with. I have a slide on that already, though the slide is not complete yet. That's why I'm not pushing the slide out right now, but I would be pushing out the slide on wireframe when we meet in the next class. And after that, then we will jump in together to design a wireframe. As I said, we will jump in together. Take note of that together that I add there. We will be working together on wireframe. I will not be doing it alone. We would jump in together and design the wireframe. Now, do we have any questions from today's class based on what we have discussed? We discussed some design thinking process. Now, we have talked about, we have empathized with our user by running questionnaires. We have defined the problem, and we have gotten more insight. I would have loved for us to just do a quick interview We can still do that. We can still do a quick interview. Maybe I will pick one of the respondents, but I don't know if the person would be shy to talk to me or the person will be willing to talk to me. After we do that, we will ideate our design by creating prototypes. Then by creating wireframes. Then we do a quick and easy prototype to just move around in our design. Can we close by having some interviews? By having some interviews based on some of our response. But first of all, do we have any question on everything we've discussed today? If you have no question, write in the comment section that you have no question, or if you have any question, drop the question in the comment section, raise your hand. We have 2 minutes for that. Okay, Happiness have no question. Hosanna have no question. And there are still no hands up. 1 more minute for me to close this question section. No question for my answer. Zainab, thank you, Zainab. Lauren has no question also. Okay, nice one. Nice knowing that we have no questions. Okay, Shakira, no question. Gloria, no questions. Okay, so that means we are all on the same page based on the explanation. We all understand perfectly everything I have discussed today. If we all understand everything we have discussed and every activity we carried out today, let me have at least 20 years. And you have at least 20 years to be convinced. 1, 2 years so far. That's not convincing enough. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6, 7. Still not enough. We are 29 on call. Or else otherwise, some people are just on call and they are not actively on call. Okay, I think we have 1 question. Okay, we are 10 now. Still need 10 more people to convince me that we all understood everything I've discussed. We have 13. We have just 13 people. Okay, we have Gladys, you have your hands up. Unmute yourself and let's hear you.
Okay, mine is, I understand that when we are creating the user persona, we have to create a problem statement and use the 5 Ws and the H. But when we do these interviews and like the way we've done the questions today, can it change something about the type of user we are looking for? Because maybe we had one user in mind, but from the results, we get something different.
Yes. The result will actually help you better understand the user. And that is the main reason why we conduct user research, because we want to better understand the user. So by conducting that user research, you would often notice, like it happens most of the time, you often notice that the way you see the problem initially from your own perspective, some people do not even see it like that. Like it creates a different understanding. That is why we call it empathizing with the user, understanding the user, putting yourself in the same shoe as the user. You know, the adage that says that only the person putting on the shoe knows where it hurts. So now when we now hear back from the user, we can better understand where the shoe hurts them. Because looking at a person, you might not know if his or her shoe hurts him or her. in the food. But hearing from them, you better understand them. And that can literally change the perspective of your design or the perspective of your problem statement or your user persona. Yes, that is actually possible, Gladys.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I just opened up the, let me see. Oh, my screen is no longer sharing. My bad. Let's do that again. So now here are the individual response of everybody. And I feel like just picking at random. And picking someone who responded. Then, based on their response, I conduct an interview to better understand them. So let's see. Who is this? Gloria. I've had so many discussions with Gloria recently, so I will not be picking Gloria. Sorry about that, Gloria. I know you would love to talk to me. There are some names that I'm seeing for the first time, and these people are in my class, and we've not actually exchanged pleasantries. That's wrong. I like knowing everyone in my class. I would love to. Gladys, sorry, Gladys, I would not pick you also. I would love to pick you because I know that you would be fun to talk to, but I just wanted to speak to someone new. Someone new. And I know the person is still on call by the time I make my selection. I think I found someone already though. I'm just still moving on to see if I would have a better choice or if the spirit will lead me in a different direction. Okay. Guess I will go back to the person I found earlier. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Do I see have brother on the call? If you are here, please unmute. Let's talk. I can see you are still on the call, brother. Can you please unmute? Let's talk.
Hello. Yes, I'm on the call.
Okay, so now we noticed that you have filled out our questionnaire. Sorry, I would be a bit official because I also needed to interview you to get to know more about some of your response. So we noticed that you filled out our questionnaire, brother, and in your response, you have used food ordering app before. So that means that you are quite familiar with ordering food. But we would like to know if you would prefer to create your own menu. If you are offered the option to create your own menu and send to the vendor to be prepared specially for you, will you prefer that than ordering what the vendor has just made?
Yes, I would prefer that.
All right, you prefer to create your own menu and order. Okay. What if you are in a situation whereby the only food available are food prepared by the vendor, but the vendor was expressive with his or her ingredients? That's the ingredient list that that was used, instead of you making your menu this time around now, we have our vendors, and we insist that every vendor list out every ingredient in the meal so that anyone who have allergies can see. Now, do you feel like this is an app that you can use if you have the opportunity to see all the ingredients so that you can make informed decision? That's a yes or no question.
Yes, that would also help, because I would look at the ingredients and I would know which ones I don't want in my order.
Okay. Now, considering you placed an order from one of our vendor, and on receiving the food, hypothetically, you already told the vendor not to add ginger into your meal. Now, on getting the food, you could perceive ginger in the meal. You called the vendor, and the vendor insisted that there is no ginger in the meal. How will you handle such case?
I will, if he continues to insist that there is no ginger, I'll just when I rate, I will not give a high rate. Yes.
Okay, so you will give such vendor low rating, and you would write a terrible review. You will give the person the peace of your mind in the reviews section, right?
No, I will not write something that is bad, but when I rate, I will not give them like a high rating, because if I am tasting the ginger, then I am sure that there is ginger. I'll be sure, but I'll not give a bad feedback. I'll just the rating. It will not be high enough.
Okay. All right. Now that you mentioned rating, on our app, the vendor that serves the kind of food that you want have very low rating. Would you still proceed to use such vendor after you make contact with the vendor, and the vendor assured you that the rating were just like that because most people who are not aware that she is selling food for those that have a certain allergy order that food, and they gave us such rating? Will you trust such vendors, such vendor, and still order from him or her?
It will be difficult to trust the vendor, because the reviews, they usually assure you as the one who wants to buy. So I don't think I will use the app for that vendor.
You don't think you will use such vendor that has
Yes.
such terrible rating? Okay, all right. So this is basically all right. Thank you, brother. You can mute yourself now. I just wanted to use you as an example to show that you can have follow-up questions after you've conducted something like a research like this. You can have follow-up questions, and having follow-up question means that you will now go one-on-one with a proposed user and get to understand such user better. Your attendance has been shared, so please go fill it out so that you can be so that it can be known that you are in class today. So let's all fill out the attendance, and that would be a wrap for today's class. That will be a wrap for today's class. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for paying attention. I would love to believe that we all have no questions, because I gave room for questions, but I can still answer questions if any question comes up now. I shared a book. Sorry about that. I was supposed to schedule a audio for us last weekend so that we can discuss the book I shared, Design of Everyday, Don't Make Me Think. That was the book I shared. That was the book I shared was Don't Make Me Think. It's a very, very, very interesting book for designers. I don't know if some of you have read through the book. I wanted us to have a review on the book and discuss the book, but my health last week was just touch and go. But I am glad now that I am as strong as an ox and I'm back and better. I just need to do a quick reset last week. So maybe we would schedule an order for Saturday or Sunday, depending on, we will discuss that better on Friday. I think I will have a better view of my weekend on Friday, so I'll be able to let us know when we can have the review for those that have read the book, not for everybody. But if you read the book, it would actually help you. Oh, thank you, Zainab. Thank you, Gladys. I'm back and better. I am great now. And see you guys on Friday. I would not be giving you any additional assignments. I would just want you to complete the one Ngozi gave you in the last class. But after our class on Friday, expect that I'll be giving you assignment also. Thank you, Taufika, Agatha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So expect that I will give you assignment on Friday, but for now, have fun, enjoy the rest of your day. For those of us that see a few hours left in today, and see you on Friday.